Hey y'all, it's Abby from a little Southwind farm, and I just got my coffee and strolling out in the garden and was gonna give you an update on how everything's doing. Alright guys, so right here you can see I've got my onions and peas. Alright guys, so these are the potatoes that we did in the Ruth Stout method. And as you can see, they are starting to come through. I ended up doing 3 rows of potatoes this way. And also you can see it's time to weed eat and probably, mulch the pathways. But they're coming up. I'll probably end up covering these up again since they're coming through, and we've got some cold weather still coming in, and I don't want them to get frostbite. But you just throw some more hay on top of them and they'll just keep growing. But let me put my coffee down and show you. As you can see, they're growing and they're starting to get like little roots coming off. You can see it there. And I don't want to mess around too much, but there's the potato. Just cover them back up. All right, so the next thing we have here is radishes and carrots. So the idea of this is that you won't have to thin your carrots out because the radishes kind of take up more space in the beginning than carrots do. So they sprouted. This is the radishes, and these little green bits like this just kind of looks like grass. All those little things through here, those are baby carrots. And I did, here, I'll take you down there. Sorry, my shadow's in the way. Went all the way down to, let's see, right here. So here I've got beets and spinach. I honestly don't remember because my little tabs, my little helper pulled them up, and so I don't remember what's what. But I know I have beets, planted solo beets from Hodge and the golden beets from Hodge. I think I planted some spinach and some Swiss chard, but I really don't remember. I don't remember. So I guess we'll find out if it ends up not coming up because we had a lot of rain, which some have come up. Like these are golden beets. I know that because they have a unique golden, and these are golden beets. And I think this is a solo beet, and what that means is naturally beets have multiple seeds in one seed. So you plant one and you'll get 3 to 6 beets come up in that one spot. So the mono or the solo beet means that they've been that there's just one. So you'll have better spacing, and it can really help you to get a better a nicer shaped, bigger beet. So I might end up planting again just because I don't know how well they're coming up. Pretty sure those are beets there. But like I said, I had a 4-year-old helper. I think I said 2-year-old earlier. No, he's 4, but still. And let me take you over here and show you. Oh, I've never done cabbage this way. And so what I did was kind of the same way with the potatoes. I was just kind of, testing it out. But put the dirt down, or the hay down, then put some more compost down, and then did a fertilizer stick, and then mulched it. So over here, my cow got out because she's crazy, or I guess my mom's cow, but I think she got stepped on, but it could also be that one may have touched, the roots may have touched the fertilizer, or it got frost, because we did have like a frost, but they're usually pretty frost hardy, so I don't know, but we'll see if it pulls through or not. Okay, and over here, I have to kind of take you this way because the direction of the sun, so I'm kind of, you can see my shadow, but there's our, to the right is the red and white onions. They all came up pretty nice. I still have a coffee can full of little onions I need to plant, but it's been really wet and I think I'm just gonna wait. Also here, maybe this way, is my peas. Planted an entire row of peas. I was gonna plant a double row, but ended up raining a lot and I got part of it started, you can see here. But I do think I'm gonna go ahead and plant them just because they'll be a couple weeks behind this one, and maybe it'll even out with like growing, doing that. And then here I've got some cabbage, and that one got broke off, and I tried to fix it, but I don't think it's gonna make it. But the other ones are doing really well. So that's pretty much it for the garden update. Oh, hold on, let me show you my garlic patch. Y'all remember the crazy cow I was talking about? This is her. It's actually my mom's cow. My mom calls her Rosie the Riveter. The name I have for her is not so nice, so I won't be telling you, but you could probably guess. She's crazy. Anyways, hopefully they'll be moved soon before my garden really takes off, but this is all gonna have to be mowed down and tilled, and I'll have to lay down the plastic again. I also have my chicken coop right here, because as I'm weeding my garden, it makes it really nice to just walk out and throw scraps to them from the garden or weeds from weeding the bed, and I really like it here. All right, here is my garlic bed. It's doing pretty good. I need to mulch it. I've never really had like tons of luck with garlic, but I've also not really tried a whole lot either. But I put this metal thing in it because the cow got through, and you can see some footprints like she's walked in it. But also I have cats, and they think this is their litter box, so I'm trying to keep them out, and it's helped even though it's not on the entire bed. But I definitely still have a lot of like garden cleanup to do. It's just been really wet. So, and over here underneath this weedy mess, I'm kind of embarrassed to show you, but hey, I guess it's real life, right? So this is my asparagus bed. I've actually picked a handful of asparagus out of here, and right here is actually mulched with wood chips. But I think what I'm gonna do is, I've got some blueberry plants. I think I'm gonna re-put some compost and some more mulch and plant my blueberries here, because this isn't really a space I use too much because the cows are right on the other side of it. So, golly, this stuff just grew like overnight. We got a bunch of rain and it was like poof. So here, it's not coming up yet, but I have purple asparagus, and over here It's a little bit better because of the plastic, but I had my winter squash and summer squash in here last year. And over here, I've got some more. You can see. All right, guys, so this is the part I'm most excited about. I don't know if you can see back here behind me, but my dad came over and tilled this. All right, so this is what I'm most excited about. My dad tilled up a spot. It's about 30 by 50, and I'm so excited. All right, guys, now for the inside. So, did a video on the tomatoes. Here's an update on them. There's approximately 3 in each one. Some is more, some are less. If one looked a little puny, I would stick another one in there. Here's a strawberry. These are yellow bell peppers. I got this from Seeds and Such. Germination rate was very high. Did wonderful. Let's see. Down here, there's some more. I potted up in that. And these lights are just lights that came from Lowe's. And here are some hybrid cherry sweet peppers. They're little bitty round ones, supposed to be really sweet. Those came up well. Here's some more yellows. All of these ended up being Roma, VFs, and Better Boy. But the Belarusas that I lost, I ordered some more seeds. They're starting to come up. So hopefully these make it. I don't know what happened, but they just did not do very good. And then up here are my winter squash and pumpkins and things like that. I've always started pumpkins and stuff and squash out in the garden, but Travis from Lazy Dog, Homestead, and Haas Tools, they always start theirs inside, and they say it helps with disease, or I guess the squash bugs and pests and stuff. So I'm trying it this year. Some of them, they're doing really good, but then some of them are getting thin, and the root or the stem is I don't know if they're too wet or what, but these kind of did the same thing. So I think I'm gonna pull these up, and this is the pumpkin mask de Provence. That's the fairy tale pumpkin, and both of those are not doing very good, but these so far are doing okay. I've got field pumpkin, I've got spaghetti squash, I've got hybrid squash autumn frost, blueprints, Cherokee tan. I got those from Deep South Homestead, buttercup squash. Everything else here came from Seeds and Such. And here are my summer squashes. This one didn't get labeled. I had a helper and I don't know what happened, but I guess we'll find out what that is. There's some more of the buttercup, the crookneck pick and pick. Last year, those did so good. I was carrying in 5-gallon buckets full of squash. It's a hybrid. It's the best I've ever done on squash before. I'm also doing this F1 yellow squash and the more pick and pick. This is Cherokee tans. They need more light, but this one broke off or something too. It's doing the thin stem thing. Celery, y'all, I have no idea what I'm doing with celery. What do I do after this? I potted some up over here, but like, I don't know. I've never done celery before. So, but I think overall it's doing good. If these end up not doing well, I think I'll just, there's a little mushroom in there. I still have seeds. I can just plant it directly in the ground, but we're like a month behind on how cool it is for this time of year and wet. So if we're a month behind, I was hoping that starting the seeds inside, since it's too cool right now, would help maybe, you know, because, you know, squashes and winter squash and pumpkins, like, you know, they're like 90 to 110 days. So they really need that time, which we do have a long growing season, but we're also a month behind. So there's that. I also have some Swiss chard I need to stick out, and it's doing pretty good. So I wasn't even sure if these would germinate. So there's my watering tin, but all of these are Swiss chard. I've got 5 of them. And then this is Aphrodite cantaloupe. I don't think what's sprouting in there is that. I think maybe I had a helper plant some other things in there. So I'm gonna wait and see if those come up. Anyways, that's the update on the growing, the garden and growing system. I think I'm going to end up buying some jalapenos and maybe some celebrity or jet star tomatoes just to get some diversity, because these other, the Roma VFs actually are determinate, but the Better Boys are indeterminate, and they're just going to be monsters. So I'm wanting to get maybe, depending on how the Belarusas do, maybe get about 20 to 30 celebrities or jet star. So my goal is to have 100 tomato plants in the ground. I'm also sharing with my parents, so I will end up purchasing some as well. But there's my setup. Super simple and small, but there's a lot in that little space, and they're gonna grow and be huge, so it'll be great. Thanks for watching.